Tonight, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks versus Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come off a disappointment last time out. They put an end to their -3-game win streak. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Darnold going to throw right away. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off of play action, Darnold. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And going right back to Walker. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. Breaks through the contact. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for James Conner. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Cardinals at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone,
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Stopped by Garrett Williams.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, look at this Arizona defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They'll go again with Benson.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Going for it. Here's Benson.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position. And sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
On the counter, it's Connor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
He'll get that complete to Harrison.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Murray now on 1st down.
Able to get this one to McBride.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Trey Benson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Back to throw, Darnold.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Here's Darnold.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Murray now to throw. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one goes for 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Connor up the middle, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Dancing to his left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Darnold on first down. Over the... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
On first down, it's Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Murray going to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Now the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Darnold now to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first. First half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
"35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. To throw is Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Darnold. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A first down throw, Darnold.
Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 50, it's Darnold. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray now. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Cowboys continue to struggle as they finish off the first half of the year winless at 0-8. From there, let's head off and check out a second game, and they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jacoby Brissett, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front, as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And complete to Smith and Jigba. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And Walker once more. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Darnold on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. Will go down as a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They begin on the ground here with Connor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll try and run forward with Connor, fighting him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Murray. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Kyler going to give this to Benson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down.
That's complete to McBride.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Throwing now is Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
On the give, it's Walker.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Same exact result as last play. A pickup of 11.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this long is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Second and a couple.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. He's to the 15.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They run over center with Benson.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey Benson,
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll just left. Now Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, Darnold. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a run with Walker. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to 24. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Cardinal offense takes back over. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Flushed out right. Gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Cardinals, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, They'll fall to 5-3 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we